Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday ahead of the big Labor Day weekend. Holiday weekend forecast here in a moment. But of course, we always like to remind you we're live on Facebook every weekday morning right around this time. But if you can't join us live, it stays on your feed throughout the day, so you can watch it whenever it works best for you. Plus, we make it into a podcast. You can find that at inform.com/podcast. Just look for the Inform Minute and check us out on all of our social media platforms as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, important weekend.
Yeah.
Last big hurrah for summer.
Yep.
Maybe a little breezy and not hot, but really not bad.
No, not bad at all. It's tough to complain about. It will be a little breezy today, a little breezy tomorrow afternoon. But otherwise, upper 70s today, low 80s tomorrow, low 70s Sunday, middle 70s Monday. Sunshine, maybe a stray shower tomorrow up north near the Canadian border. Most of us will be staying dry though. Tough to find something to complain about. It really is.
Dry is good because
dry
it's been...
Yep, we had all that rain yesterday. Didn't really need the rain, and just dry weather is, it's a good thing. So yeah, dry things out. We're dry really through the middle of next week. Our next chance of rain isn't until Thursday of next week. So a little dry stretch coming up here.
And some summer heat still on the way as well.
Yeah,
70s mostly, Sunday and Monday 70s.
Yes, going back to work next week, we might jump up into the low to mid 80s. So a little bit of summertime heat still in September, but those days are numbered.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Yeah, that's true. All right, thank you, Dillon.
You bet.
Well, the college football spotlight was on NDSU for its first game of the season. Of course, the game was on ESPN. The Bison charged into Boulder, Colorado, with plenty of Bison fans joining them for that high-profile game against Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. New coach Tim Polasek and his team actually were leading going into halftime. It was back and forth, really an incredible game, but the Buffaloes proved to be too much, just barely though. The Buffaloes won 31-26. Now, today on Hot Mic with Don Izzo, of course, he will have a full breakdown and reaction from the loss to the Buffaloes. We had pretty incredible coverage this morning on First News from Dom and Sam Getzinger as well, but that will continue throughout the day, and already looking forward to the next game. Plus, really, it's the big first full week of college football. Dom's also going to look ahead to UND and South Dakota State's matchups as well. So be sure to join Dom. He is back. Hot Mic will be on 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inforum.com. In some other news headlines, so this morning we have new information on a young fire victim in Moorhead. We've learned a 12-year-old boy is at a Twin Cities hospital after suffering smoke inhalation. That's according to the organizer of a GoFundMe for the Santoya family. 8 family members, including that 12-year-old boy, are without a home this morning after the fire. The GoFundMe is over halfway to the $10,000 goal this morning. That fire broke out yesterday afternoon at the North Moorhead home. The boy actually had to jump out of a second-story window to escape the flames. 3 dogs died in that fire. 1 was saved. The house is heavily damaged. A Change.org petition calling for a first-degree murder charge against a Fargo man has nearly 3,000 signatures. 18-year-old Isaac Arndt is accused of killing his 14-year-old ex-girlfriend in Moorhead. The petition is calling for prosecutors in Clay County to charge Arndt with first-degree murder in the death of Jalen Walker. Right now, he's facing second-degree murder with intent. The Clay County Chief Assistant County Attorney Pamela Foss tells us that only a grand jury can charge Arndt with first-degree murder, so we'll continue tracking that story for you this morning. Today, they're starting to replace traffic lights at a busy intersection in East Grand Forks, and if you drive in that area, you should expect delays. A streetlight replacement project is starting at the intersection of Demers and 4th Street Northwest, which is close to the Bully Brew Coffee Up North Pizza Hub. Work is expected to last until late September. Deer season begins today in North Dakota, at least for bow hunters. The archery season starts at noon and runs through January 5th. Deer gun season starts on November 8th. And it's practically a holiday weekend in rural Minnesota. Today, the Western Minnesota Steam Threshers reunion kicked off in Rolog. Every Labor Day weekend since 1954, Thresher men and women have gathered to relive the good old days in Rolog. Remember, now is a great time to get your Inforum.com subscription. It's an all-access pass to all your news, weather, sports headlines. Right now, 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. It's a great deal. Check that out. And join us for our next newscast leading into the weekend. We have our hour-long 11 o'clock newscast coming up here this morning. And then we start again at 4 this afternoon, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Have a great weekend, everyone.